Hi, buddy, and welcome into Cannata's in the Kitchen. Harry McCullough taking you over the next 15 minutes with Cannata's culinary ambassador, Chef Georgie Castle. How you doing, big man?
Good, Harry. How are you tonight?
Oh, I know you're just waiting to see if LeBron comes to New York, but let's talk a little food.
LeBron and Nick.
Boy, a lot of great specials going on this week.
Fantastic. These cherries, unbelievable. I was in the store this morning, supposed to take 1 pound. I grabbed 2. These green beans over here, I guess you can even get the color right from here.
Oh, they're
beautiful. They're just gorgeous. I've got some beautiful green beans. I've got clementines. Now, if someone says to you, what's a clementine? Tell them it's similar in the same family as a satsuma, just to give you an idea. And really, I wanted to show you 2 other items. One of them is a cooked brisket.
Whew.
Okay, now this is a fully cooked whole brisket. It's got the flat part on the bottom and it's got the deckle part on the top. I'll talk to you a little bit more about the shape of the brisket. And if you can see, I opened it up just a little so you can see how nice and lean this brisket is. We cooked it 14 hours.
Wow.
Okay, so while you guys were sleeping, we cooked the
You're
brisket.
working. Now that's a brisket is along this part.
It is. In fact, I'll show you right here. It's closer towards the front of the body, and it's right about here.
Right.
Okay, on the beef.
Right. And you're also going to do a little work with the shoulder too, right?
Well, yes. What I've got is, I've got a piece, what you would call a chuck roast, which comes from the shoulder. I have here a chuck roast. And what I want to do is actually make for you what we call a charcoal steak. So what I'm going to do is take this steak, since we're going to do a little grilling, but not everybody wants a grill. This is a rare steak eater's steak. So if you like rare or medium rare.
Right. What a thinner would be cooked all the way through. This would be kind of thicker, might be a little more juicy, right?
And you want it rare because you don't want to toughen it up.
Right.
So what we're going to do is cut around. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to follow the natural fibers in the flesh. By the way, I have a piece of the flat iron steak right here too, which is kind of tender. But this is what I want to show you today, this charcoal steak, which is a beautiful steak. Look at the marbling. Now this is certified Angus beef. We always kid around about CAB at the store. We wear their hats, but there's a reason why we use certified Angus beef.
It makes a difference.
The marbling, unbelievable. The age in the animal, 9 months to no older than 12 months. Surface fat on cuts like this shall not exceed a ½ an ounce. So there are very strict specifications that our butchers look to when we deal with certified Angus beef.
Right.
So the charcoal steak we put aside. I want to go into one of the appetizers, the way you'll see it in the store. Now this is not your average stuffed green pepper. This is a green pepper. It's been stuffed with Italian sausage. Now we've used Italian sausage before in the store with other menu items. Here we go with the green pepper. Instead of using ground beef and instead of using rice, here we go with Italian sausage.
Right. Nice.
Raw.
Also on special in the backside of that.
On special in the store. Raw, the way you buy it. And
that's
out of the oven, maybe 3-4 minutes. You can eat it like this. You can serve one, depending on how much your guests like to eat. You can actually make an entree out of this as well. So, here we go. What I'm going to do now is move some of these items that are cooked over here. And I'm going to take the raw items, move them away. Now what I want to do is just plate up and show you the correct way to cut a brisket. We're going to be careful, never grab it on the tip, on the triangle. Always grab it here so you could support it. Did you see it bend?
Yep.
Okay, if you let it bend, it's going to break, Harry.
Don't want it to
Bring
break.
it to the board. No, you don't want it to break.
Until you cut it.
Always keep a side towel here. So instead of wiping your pants, Harry, see, I could wipe it on your pants, but instead I'll wipe it on my towel. Okay, I'm giving Martin a break this week. All righty, now, it's a good idea to cut with a fork. And what a fork does is that a fork helps you guide the knife. And you can get nice, you know, you can do this on a meat slicing machine, or you can do it like this. Now, I don't think you'll find a more beautiful cut of brisket than what you see here, right off of the piece of meat. I mean, this is just beautiful. And again, this comes from the flat end of the brisket. Okay, now I've got for people who are not used to working with a product this big, I've got brisket at the store that I can get for you sliced. I have that right here. I'm going to make this quick and just show you that I can slice this for you from this end the same way, just like so. And there you go. You don't have to deal with a piece of meat.
Yeah, how many pounds is that one?
This big.
How big is that?
A brisket like this is going to run 10 to 12 pounds, sometimes 13, 14 pounds. These pieces we're cutting for you a pound, pound and a half. Much easier for you to work with, and you can buy it sliced at the store.
Right.
All right, so we got an appetizer. We've got brisket. What I've done, if I don't knock it over, I've made a series of sandwiches. All I want to do is really be a little informal. I don't want to go over anybody's head. Bang. Brisket sandwiches.
Brisket sandwich.
Help yourself. You can have a platter if you like. Pick on some fruit. I could go like so, Harry.
That's what I was looking for.
Okay? Go like so.
Now you're in business.
Go like so. Like so. Like to say we use toothpicks just for etiquette, Harry. The clock is ticking. We want to make sure you get a sandwich. I'll even do it symmetrical. Now,
nice.
I'm going to finish the show.
Right.
Clementines.
And I'll eat.
Strawberries this week on the store on sale. Blueberries for Dana also in the store on sale. Red cherries, be careful, they do have a pit. We've got a beautiful pina colada cake. This week, a Napa Valley Merlot picked out for me this morning by Mr. Lane over at the store. And if I'm not mistaken, we got some great flowers coming up.
We do. Yeah, Dana will be bond. Bayou Barbecue, that's a local guy.
This is a local product.
Libby Fake.
And it's really a product that you would use with brisket.
Absolutely.
Any barbecue sauce will go good. We picked this one because it's a local product off the shelf.
Absolutely. No, it's great stuff, and that's a good start. We're going to do a big reveal at the end. Of course, we'll bring Dana to talk a little bit more about some of the garnishes that can go with it, as well as some of the desserts. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the big reveal at the end of the show. We got some great greens to make a nice-looking presentation. Plus, we'll bring in Dana Porsche. That's next when we come back on In the Kitchen.